Yay! Boy,
What?
that was a bit... Sorry, I didn't think of anything, and then I realized I had dumped it all on you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That worked out really well.
Luke over there is a different outro.
That was great.
Krieger-san says he misses the microphone gag in the credits. I worked really hard to come up with a different mic pun every week.
Here's our microphone.
Oh, good old Mikey Newman.
Yeah, it's called Word Putz. It actually looks pretty great. It's made by the guys who make You Don't Know Jack. I'm sold.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play it. So, that was CheckPoint. I don't know if you guys heard, but my nose started to run, like, right after I did my second story. Or right after I did my first story.
I heard.
So, I went off screen, and I
made burbling noises?
I made a burbling noise by plugging the nostril that wasn't running, and then, like, sniffing as hard as I could into the other one to just kind of suck the mucus back inside my nose, just until the end of CheckPoint, so I could tell you guys about it.
Doodles the Great, I assure you... Sorry, Doodles the Great says, wait, Word Putz? Do any of the people who work at that company speak Yiddish?
Yes.
I assure you, a lot of their writers are Jewish. I am positive that they knew the joke they were making when they called it Word Putz. So, thank you, Tarzan Games 12. I also think we're the best streamer ever.
They did. I like that they did hear the snuffling, but they were too polite.
Okay, that's good.
That's nice.
Well, you know, it's better than hearing just a as of me actually blowing my nose off screen. Speaking of which, Paul, could you please get me some tissue?
I can't.
Paul's going to join us momentarily.
I am not. I'm not being mean to Paul by making him do that. It's just that I would have to climb over Graham and out past the camera and
I don't think you
past
needed to defend
Paul,
it.
who is sitting between me and the door.
Well, now I think you're being mean to Paul. Only because you defended it. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to CheckPoint Plus. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Once again, the cut of that will be up on the Loading Ready Run YouTube tomorrow. But now it is time for the CheckPoint Aftershow, where we talk to you all about the stories that we did and the stories that we didn't do and other stuff. So how are you guys doing today? We opened Twitch Plays Pokemon when we started writing today, which was about 2 hours ago now.
Have they gotten out of that room yet?
And no, they're still in the same friggin' room they were in when they started.
Well, it's a puzzle room. That sounds awful.
No. They're not in an area with the puzzle. They're just...
You broke it.
You don't... Move forward. You don't need to move that far.
Hey, everybody. Yeah,
oh,
it's...
There goes our light.
I love the idea of the Twitch Pokemon thing. I really wish what the guy would do is set up another stream that just has the same script, the same Python script running that's connected to the emulator, but instead of taking input from the chat, it just has a random number generator that's putting the input in. So it's just and see if it gets any farther than the chat does.
And I think my favorite thing was I saw a picture on Reddit last night on the main page that was the hardest boss in video game history. And it was a screenshot of Twitch Plays Pokemon, and they just circled a tree that presumably they couldn't get around or something. I don't know what it was. Oh, that's what it was. It took them 6 hours to cut down one tree. I guess that's what it was.
Oh.
So the stories we did do, man. So the
wait, that exists?
Which? What does?
The stream of just random inputs into...
Yeah, it's called RNG Plays Pokemon.
Oh, man.
It's a random number generator.
Oh, I kind of want to watch that now.
Yeah.
They're way behind.
They're not doing as well.
Oh, okay.
So human interaction does help.
All right.
I think.
Sort of.
It's generally directed. There's probably a analogy to evolution there, right? It's it's random things happen, but there's there's a bias towards moving in the right direction, but it's a very small bias.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Wow.
All right.
I was listening to Paul, and my brain just completely went nope, and just ejected the thought into thin air. Maybe it'll come back later.
So okay, the Resident Evil composer thing, Mamoru Samuragochi.
Mm-hmm.
That is a crazy story. Because
Yeah.
I remember, especially the first couple of games, I remember the music from the Resident Evil series very well, and it's awesome. Especially the save room piano music when you knew that the room was safe. Oh.
Well, isn't that the room that they used? Isn't that the music they used in was it Vietnam or whatever, like that video that Jared did.
No, that was
that was from the movie.
That was actually the Marilyn Manson track from the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was interesting because that's a bit of video game news that's actually broken out of the video game news.
Because it's so nuts.
Yeah, well,
because the guy actually does symphonies and stuff.
Yeah,
because
it's coming over stateside as the guy who did the music for the original Resident Evil games and the Onimusha series. But it's a much bigger deal in Japan because he's legitimately a famous composer in Japan. And he's written whole symphonies that are, they're sort of modern classics.
Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody, our 4v5 says the Ghost Rider guy came up because he didn't want the Japanese figure skater who skated to it to be marred by controversy. Did the Japanese figure skater who won the gold medal in the men's singles, did he skate to some of this music?
Well, no, the guy admitted it. The Ghost Rider was not the person who broke the story. Like, the composer himself admitted it. Because it's presumed that there's a documentary coming out that talks about how his music is like so amazing and how the Hiroshima symphonies become like an anthem for people in Japan, and he felt guilty. Is as best as anyone can figure out. I mean, the Ghost Rider has now admitted it also and is like, yeah, that's true, but it was the composer who broke it, so at least he has that.
Yeah, I think I think the composer broke it, but didn't actually say who the Ghost Rider was.
Hey, we have a new subscriber.
We do.
Enignsor. And Lurbot is now calling them out with a little picture of Spot there. That's awesome. That's really helpful.
Subscriber.
That's
Thank
really
you.
helpful, Lurbot. Thank you,
Enignsor. But yes.
Thank you for subscribing.
Hey.
I don't know how to pronounce that really.
Enignsor. Don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe it's like a Game of Thrones things where you like have to whisper that as you kill people because it's like a thing.
It's like a killing word?
No, it's whatever the language that I was looking at Game of Thrones wikis today because I don't like Game of Thrones, but I wanted to be caught up on like the gossip. So like
no spoilers.
I was looking at what Arya gets up to. No spoilers, I guess, but like she says a word in a different language that means like all men must die. See, it's my business to know things about things for trivia that could come up at some point, but I don't want to watch Game of Thrones. Wow, I'm a weird person. But Enignsor, thanks for subscribing.
It's super good, and it's going to be coming back in like a couple weeks.
You hear Obama ask for like advanced screeners of Game of Thrones?
Really?
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
That's true. People brought up both, when you said it's like a con artist, I can't think of a con artist right now.
Milli Vanilli.
People brought up both Milli Vanilli and, of course, Shia LaBeouf.
Right.
As many people in the chat are now going, Valar Morghulis, apparently. So.
Okay, the Space Jam thing. The NBA Space Jam 2K14. So, Kathleen went in a direction of the...
just so creepy looking.
Their dead faces, because they do have dead... expressionless faces.
Well, and if you look at like, I don't know, you probably can't see it on thing, but that picture of like Bugs Bunny, he's got like, because the texture of his face is still like, it's got the color, but it's still like the texture of like a person's face. Mm-hmm. And so he's got like forehead wrinkles and stuff. Mm-hmm. It just makes it look really really weird.
It's so creepy.
I'm noting down subs. We will thank subs after we are done talking about this story.
Is the thingamajig isn't working?
Oh, they're
it's just not on right now. But
they're not even like characters walking around at Six Flags. They're because they can like do a little like body acting to emote a little bit, and this is just like.
Well, the thing that Paul found really funny about them is that they're all these terrible kind of quasi Looney Tunes heads on still like the muscular basketball player bodies. But
the body is colored to match. And so like Bugs Bunny has like a gray body and like a white stomach, but he's got like huge muscles. And he's like, 6 feet tall. Mm-hmm, and same with like Elmer. And my favorite is Elmer Fudd because Elmer Fudd is sort of a person anyway. So he's got this like big bald Elmer Fudd head, but then it's like super Elmer Fudd. Yeah. It's like how Elmer Fudd imagines himself when he looks in the mirror.
And Michael Jordan looks fine. Holy crap, that's a lot of subscribers. Somebody in the chat whose name scrolled by said, good job on the Let's Nope, Kathleen. Thank you. I tried real hard. I suffered through being terrified and kind of sick because of the first person perspective for you guys.
JavaScript doesn't work anymore.
If you missed the Let's Nope.
Let's Nope. We'll be getting the replay up for that pretty soon.
But it's on our Twitch channel. Yeah. And you're on Twitch right now, so you can go watch that after that if you need to.
Subscriber welcoming break. Do. 4 subscribers to welcome. Fedcom. I'm gonna get closer to the mic. Fedcom. Thank you for subscribing. Kiez. Thank you for subscribing. Some call me Tim. Thank you for subscribing. And today I am Ree. Thank you for subscribing.
All right, some quick subscriber commercials. Hey everybody, do you need things shipped quickly? Are you sick of FedEx and their stupid, oh, do you know there's an arrow hidden in their logo bullshit? Fuck FedEx! Get out of here! They suck and they charge you too much. Why not Fedcom? This is the same company, basically, but the com stands for communists. And you know what communists love doing? Delivering packages thriftily. That's right. Why not trust your high-end electronics, precious homemade goods, or just unwanted children to some communists? They'll get your package delivered quicker and faster, and probably mostly in one piece. We don't guarantee it because, you know what? We're not paying for that. Whatever. Screw it. Fedcom. You could probably actually do better. Kiez. I know, we're doing on the spot.
I lost my keys.
Yes.
They're around here somewhere.
Let's go to Today I Am Ree. Hey everybody, today I am Ree. It's my birthday today. Today I am Ree. I never learned to count and I don't know what numbers are. Functionally illiterate. Today I am Ree.
That was like your most like actually functional musical song that you've like ever done.
I know. It may have even been in tune.
Wow, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, one day.
I like that we have someone called Some Call Me Tim, and we have another subscriber from a couple days ago called Tim the Enchanter.
Maybe.
I think they have to fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
With explosions, presumably.
Some call me Tim, but after an incident in university, most people just called me the guy who threw up in the women's dormitory showers. So I'm gonna go with Some Call Me Tim is what I'd prefer to be addressed as. Welcome to the stream, Some Call Me Tim. Kiez. Still trying to come up with something for Kiez.
Alright, well.
Ooh. Hey everybody, do you need to get someplace? Suez Canal, too expensive? Why not try the Kiez Canal? It's right beside it. It's cheaper, half the size, stuffed with crocodiles. But you know what? You could do worse. It'll get you where you're going most of the way. I mean, you don't need all those hands and arms, do you? I mean, geez, it'll just lighten your load. Probably less fees at the end, because it's like a weight-based thing, I think. We don't have proper locks, but we do have a guy with an outboard motor, which doesn't really do anything, but he's trying real hard, so just give him the benefit of the doubt. Kiez Canal, why not?
All right.
Our next sub break will be after our next story. So then we did a story about Diancie, I think it is. Mm-hmm. The Pokedex is insane. Like, we did a whole video about goofy Pokemon descriptions.
And that just really scratched the surface. I mean...
Yeah, like the one that... There's a Pokemon that is crying forever because it's weirded out by the sound of its own crying.
Yeah. It's so afraid. It scares itself by its
so
own
sad.
crying.
That's like...
That's some
top tier
messed up,
depressing stuff. So Diancie, they could just say it makes diamonds.
Yeah, that's not even that weird for Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fine. Diamonds. But no, it can't just make diamonds. It has to like...
It somehow crushes them together from atmospheric carbon.
If you're in an area, if you're in China on a really bad smog day, can you make bigger diamonds because there's more carbon in the air?
I don't know.
I would be curious if somebody in the chat or somebody around can actually figure out some math about how much air, like how much atmosphere it would take to make a diamond. Like how, because I mean, there's
very little carbon in the air.
There's some carbon in the atmosphere, but how many like whatever cubic liters would you need in order to this actually this guy could totally solve the CO2 problem, like the greenhouse gas problem, right? You just stick one of these guys right by the the tailpipe of your car. Boom, you're just pooping diamonds down the road.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
And we'll talk about the Peter Molyneux story as well. So this is after he sort of ripped on Dungeon Keeper.
I would say the appropriate phrase is shit on Dungeon Keeper,
which I think is fair. Then everyone was like, "Well, isn't your next game free to play?" And he's like, "No, different."
Oh.
Now, to be fair,
invest to play.
To be fair to Peter Molyneux, which is not something we typically do, because we rip on him in the story. Basically, what he's saying is that they want to make a game that you want to spend money on. Like, they want to make a game that you like, that you play as a hobby, and then have the paying part be like a thing to support this hobby, not like play for a level and then there's a paywall,
right?
Sort of thing. So like I appreciate the intent, because you still got to make money somehow. I personally would rather they just sell the game, but I kind of get where he's coming from. But then, if there's one thing Peter Molyneux is really good at, it's saying a bunch of bullshit.
Well, it's just the way he's got that thing of sort of reframing something that isn't actually that interesting.
Yeah.
As like this whole new idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the stuff with like Fable, where it was going to be like this whole like living world where you can affect things and stuff. And like, see, when he said it, and you can imagine that he believed it.
Oh yeah.
That it was going to be this like whole different way of thing, and it turned out to be just basically, some of the world changes.
Some people in the chat are bringing up a good point. Team Fortress 2, right, is free to play, and you can play the whole thing for free, straight up. But then there's the hats.
Right, which are just cosmetic.
Just cosmetic, but people buy hats.
Right.
By God, do people buy hats. But that's just because they like playing the game. And they're like, this is a fun game. You know what? I'll get a hat.
Or like enough of my friends are playing that, they'll think it's cool that I have this hat.
Yeah, but there's nothing stopping...
Yeah, and I mean, I guess, and that's the thing, like these...
That's probably the best example.
The, like, pay to invest is basically, the idea that just sort of cosmetic improvements.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Yes, as Chemical points out, Peter Molyneux overselling his stuff? That would never happen.
I got a quick question from a new subscriber, Tim, in the chat, and this bears repeating, I think, for other people.
Is this, some would call me Tim?
Bears repeating?
Yes.
Ah!
Rawr! Twitch subscriptions, if you choose to subscribe, it's $5 a month, but you don't have to redo. But, some of the money goes to us, some of the money goes to Twitch, and it helps support the stream. So thank you very much if you choose to subscribe, even just for 1 month. It's really helpful.
It's half to us, half to Twitch. You get the subscriber emotes. We have 6 of them right now. There's more coming, and you can use those in any Twitch chat room you go to. Like, as long as you're subscribed to our chat room, you can use those emotes in any chat room just by typing the command. They're all listed at the bottom of the chat on Twitch.
Confuse them.
Yeah. And you can opt into text message notifications when we go live, so you'll know right away. But the main thing is that you directly support the stream, for which we are ever so appreciative.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, we have 3 new subscribers to welcome.
Oh boy.
Rebellious Uno, thank you for subscribing. Smiling Warlock, thank you for subscribing. And Evil Beard, thank you for subscribing.
Do you guys know how to play Uno?
Not very well.
Is it like you put down numbers and you have to match?
You have to match. You both people are trying to get rid of their entire hand. You put down you either match the number or match the color.
Okay, so Paul, give me like any Uno card.
Tripzen, I don't know how to opt in actually. I think it's in your settings somewhere. I've never actually done it myself.
They're just like yellow 6.
Oh yeah, yellow 6. I'm gonna play a red 8. You know what? Screw you. Screw this game. I know what I want. You can't hold me down. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no Uno. I got this. You got this.
Rebellious Uno.
Come at me, bro. Uno up your butt. Yeah, rebellious Uno. I like your style.
Wow, the
like
double
the cut
deuce.
What?
I like the cut of your jib.
Why do I keep playing this game with you? It's like that is the farthest we've ever gotten any game of Uno.
All right.
Smiling Warlock.
There once was a warlock, he was named Dave. Dave was actually a pretty nice guy. He always had a smile on his face when he would make up an evil potion to kill a child or destroy a dog or blow up a castle full of innocent people. Dave didn't let his work get to him. He didn't take it home to his wife. Smiling Dave, evil warlock. What was his name again? Smiling Warlock. He was a dude. Damn it.
I
That was
resent
pretty good.
the implication that warlocks are inherently evil.
Well, she got confused because the next sub is Evil Beard.
That's right.
It's the smiling warlock has an evil beard.
Yeah, that's-
he wouldn't have been evil otherwise.
That's where I'm going with this. It's like, oh, Smiling Dave. Wait, what was it?
No, Evil Beard.
Oh, Dave the Smiling Warlock, he was a nice guy. He didn't cry when he exploded a bunch of people, but you know who took a terrible joy from his awful works? It was his evil beard. Evil beard! It's a beard. It's just a collection of hair on your face. How can it be malevolent? No one knows, but it's an evil beard. Evil beard, show us your ways. Tell us how to be weird like you. Get some hair, multicolored, evil beard. Maybe shave it.
That's going to be a weird buddy movie. Smiling Warlock and Evil Beard. It's like, all right. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to turn some people into frogs if that's all right. No, kill them all. Hey Beard, calm down.
No, I like to think that it's the beard doesn't like talk or move or anything. It is just evil.
Punches people. It just
No,
is evil.
it doesn't punch people. It doesn't do anything. But it's just every once in a while it cuts to like the scary camera angle of the beard, and he's like, no, the beard's making me do this.
Oh, and more subs to welcome after our next story. Okay, this Twitch Plays Pokemon thing is insane. They've moved the chat to one of their like special event servers for like when they have LOL championships because it was like seriously hampering other Twitch chat rooms yesterday.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, our chat room was terrible during like.
Well, there's something like 70,000 people watching it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it intensely frustrating to watch, actually. I can't watch it. It's just like,
There's a certain sort of Sisyphean thing going on there where it's just like, because they'll like kind of make it up they'll make it towards where they're supposed to go and then they'll go back down.
Yeah. Well, it's because there's people who, of course, who are actively working against it, too. And there's like a 20 to 30 second lag time.
I think the lag time there, because they have so many people, is worse than what
It
we've
is.
got.
They're making it worse, yeah.
Yeah, somebody, Can't Wear Hat said the chat last night was really bad. We missed like
Really
lots
bad.
of, like subscriber notices weren't pinging, just messages were getting eaten. But our friend Fugi, who was fooling around a little bit in our Crossing the Streams stream last night, and also, as you guys, if you watch Desert Bus, would know him as one of our tech people, tweeted earlier today that it's something that was like 500,000 chat messages an hour. Just
550,000.
550, just hammering their server.
Probably more so now, because that was 8 hours ago, and their viewership has gone up since then.
So it's probably even more. It's probably like 700,000 or 800,000. So yeah, it's crazy. So honestly, like, it's been making Twitch kind of bad for everybody else, but I'm surprised Twitch is like able to like handle it at this point because it's so insane.
Well, and I like that Twitch. It's cool that Twitch has been like, has done stuff to deal with it. And they've actually like publicly been like, yeah, we think it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Instead of like being, you guys are overusing resources, we got to cut it off.
Yeah.
So the fact they're actually
I'm glad they moved it to I'm glad they moved it to a better server though.
Yes, yeah.
Because it was negatively affecting the rest of it, but it's insane. It's totally crazy. And when we were talking about it this morning, Paul made the comparison to moving through Brownian motion, and it just killed me.
And for those of you who don't know, what do you mean by moving through Brownian motion?
Or moving like Brownian motion. Brownian motion is the motion of
like cellular.
Yeah, it's basically the unpredictable
Here, I'll read it. I'll read the definition.
Okay.
Just because I wasn't sure what you meant, and I was like, I'm sure this is a great joke.
Brownian motion is the random motion of particles suspended in a fluid, resulting from their collision with the quick atoms or molecules in the gas or liquid. The term Brownian motion can also refer to the mathematical model used to describe such random movements, which is often called a particle theory.
So that's like if the example is like little specks of something in like a bowl of water will just naturally be sort of moving around a little bit.
So it's like to get from here to here, the guy's going like just sort of like moving around, and he'll eventually get there, but like it's just all over the place.
That's true. That's one of the things with like reading tea leaves. That's why it's effectively impossible to predict how tea leaves will fall. Right. Because it's almost perfectly random as they get dropped down. It's kind of neat.
It's the basis of the infinite improbability drive.
And before we move to stories we didn't do this week, we have 2 new subs to welcome. Admiral Matt! Thank you for subscribing, Admiral Matt. And Irada. Or Iriada. I think Irada. Thank you for subscribing.
Can I get some, like, high tension music?
Dun 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 dun.
Can I get a little quieter? Okay, perfect. You're just gonna watch me laugh for this. Oh my God, sir! The aliens are attacking Earth. We have but one option. We must send in Admiral Matt. My God, no! He's a loose cannon. Who knows what he'll do? Oh my God, Admiral Matt! Are you sure? Yes, we have but no hope if it is not for him. Deploy Admiral Matt. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, let's just shoot these aliens, eh? Yeah. All right. Want to get a coffee? Love an afro if you get me one. Admiral Matt, thank you.
No one knows what afros are outside. They're a regional thing.
All right. And what was the next one?
It was Irada.
Irada.
Sorry. An afro, or africano, is also known elsewhere as an americano misto.
It's a coffee with a big afro on top.
Yeah.
It's a shot of espresso, and then the rest of the cup is filled half with hot water and half with steamed milk. It's like a cross between an americano and a latte.
They're really good if you think lattes are too heavy, but
Congratulations.
Americanos are not milky enough because they have no milk in them.
Irada.
I just want to do like a pun on like the Sarah McLachlan song Ada or Adia. Adia or whatever. I don't know. I can't do Sarah McLachlan notes, so it's probably
India.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Not to be confused.
Adia, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's literally a watered down latte. It is a watered down latte, but it's good. So Arita. Hey everybody, do you have some sort of ant problem? Why not use the newest poison on the block, Arita? You know what it'll do? It just irradiates those little fuckers right off the face of the earth. Don't just kill the ants, make their corpses radioactive as a warning to other ants and insects inside your home. May cause cancer, will definitely cause cancer in ants though, so what are you waiting for? Arita, you will definitely kill things with this.
The raid motto is kills ants dead. I think the Irada motto is kills ants dead. Like, I had it. It was like...
And then continues killing ants.
Yeah, kills ants dead as a warning to others, basically, yeah. Some stories we didn't do. So there's a roguelike game being released called #Dungeon. Mm-hmm. Now, okay, for the rest of this story... I'm going to use the term Octothorpe to refer to the hashtag symbol, one of the many names for that symbol, but it's my favorite, so I'm going to call it an Octothorpe. So the name of the game is Octothorpe Dungeon, but their Twitter account is @#Dungeon, the word hashtag, because you can't have an Octothorpe in a Twitter name.
But you could write Octothorpe.
You could. And the way that this roguelike works is that every day that Twitter account is going to tweet a random seed for the for the game, because the dungeons are not randomly generated; they're procedurally generated, and so that everyone will have the same seed each day. Mm-hmm. But also you can use the Octothorpe #dungeon hashtag.
Oh God, I'm confused and I know what's going on.
This is why we didn't do the story, to be perfectly frank, because it's impossible. To make your own seed for the dungeon. I have no idea what the gameplay is like, but I like the idea that they can have everyone having the same dungeon every day by tweeting a different seed for it.
Well, it's this idea that like
it's like a Spelunky daily challenge, yeah.
It is idea that for these procedurally generated things, which has gotten more and more popular these days, the seed for the procedurally generated thing can come from anywhere, right? A lot of times they do it by like date, or by or by the subject of a tweet. The game I like, Creeper World, which is a sweet game, has a built-in what they call the dial a map device.
Yeah.
Where you can just write in any date and it will give you a map for that date. And so
it's the same with Minecraft.
You can challenge other people on that date.
Yeah, on Minecraft, when you start a new single-player map, you can have it just randomly create one, or you can put in a seed. You can just write any word. And if you write that word, and then they're like, oh, this is really cool, you can tell someone else, hey, generate a map with this word, and you'll get the same map. Right.
They won't see the stuff that you
No, of course not.
did, but yeah.
They'll get the same overall map, though.
Yeah, but it's a cool idea.
We have another subscriber. Minimum Spoop. Minimum Spoop. Thank you for subscribing.
Did our chat just die? I haven't seen a message go in quite a while.
It's paused on both computers, so I assume either no one's talking or...
that seems unlikely.
It does seem unlikely. Refresh the right-click, reload the thing. But still, Minimum Spoop has subscribed.
Hey, everybody, do you like being scared? No? Well, geez, I kind of agree with you. Being scared sucks. Why would you want that? Why would you go for maximum spoop when you could go for minimum spoop? It's got the bare amount of spoop required to make something marginally exciting, but not in any way thrilling or dangerous to your health. Let me show you a fine example of minimum spoop. Hey, Graham.
What?
Boo. See? There you go. The noise you made was really funny. There you go. Minimum spoop. When you are legally required to make something spoopy, but you do not actually like spoop. The minimum spoop. It's endorsed by Kathleen because, goddammit, maximum spoop can go get fucked.
Not spoopy enough for me.
2 spoops.
And while we're waiting for the chat to get sorted out, there was enough chat. The chat had enough oomph left in it to tell us that we have another new subscriber. And in this corner, recently subscribed to our chat room, it's Graham's announcer voice. Thank you for subscribing.
I don't know how I'm supposed to give a commercial for your announcer voice.
Hey, everybody, do you want to say things out loud, but want everyone to hear it within a 3-block radius? Can I recommend Graham's announcer voice?
This is,
like that, but better.
All right.
Sorry, everybody, the chat is...
Yeah, I don't see any chats.
Spooked right now.
I blame Twitch Plays Pokemon.
It's almost
Well, they're on a different server now. But still,
yeah.
I blame them.
Hey,
as long as we're still live.
Hey, everybody. Do you want everybody to hear things within a 3-block radius around you? You know what you need to do. Oh, wait. Are we offline? No, we're... Okay, good. I can see us. All right. One more time. Hey, everybody, do you like announcing things at loud volume to people within a 3-block radius of you? You could try Graham's announcer voice. May not work if your name is not Graham or you do not have a sufficiently awesome announcer voice, but if you do, you know what? Just get up there, go up to somebody, like, get right up in there and be like, and in this corner representing irreparable ear damage is me, fucker. Yeah, you heard that, and then just give them a big old double deuce in their face and run away. They won't know what hit them, and they won't be able to go after you because they'll be clutching their ears, bleeding, and going, oh, why? I can't hear. What would have prompted this horrible random attack? Graham's announcer voice. It's deadly.
So the chat is not working, but we are still live. So, hi.
We can talk amongst ourselves.
Everyone in
I feel so
I'm getting a
alone
bunch of
without you.
I'm getting a bunch of tweets from people saying you're live, but the chat is like
Yep.
hella dead.
Okay. Well,
So we will keep talking.
we'll blame Twitch Plays Pokemon. It
You'll
may
have
have
to
nothing to do
if
with
anyone
them,
is subscribing during this period of time, you'll have to let us know after the fact.
but- Sorry.
I
I think that was actually all of the stories that we took notes. Or no, there was Dios.
Yeah, we talked about, Paul told us about Dios, which was an indie game that the guy was having trouble coming up with an aesthetic for the game, and so it's he made it all glitchy and weird looking.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
It's like the idea is like you wanted to base it on, you know, the kind of stuff that you would normally avoid, you know, when you're making a game. So it's got like JPEG compression artifacts all over the place.
Yeah.
It's got you know, he like enlarged sprites and then reduced them again to make them all weird and scrunched.
Watching the trailer though, it's still really pretty. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. Like it's not like I heard that and I was like, oh, that sounds ugly, but it looks really cool actually. It's called Dios, Deios.
And the soundtrack's out apparently.
Yeah, if you Google Dios game, the game itself might be out, but if you Google Dios game, you'll be able to see that on Vimeo there's a trailer and you can see sort of what the gameplay looks like. It's a very, very brief trailer of the actual gameplay, but apparently you can make all kinds of different guns. We use Better Twitch on this thing for the chat, and it's attempted to rejoin the chat, and it gives you 10 things. So it says, attempting to join, 1 out of 10, unable to join. Attempting to join, 2 out of 10, and goes, and then it finishes with, looks like the chat is broken, I give up, sad face.
I was thinking that it's not a full ellipses, it's 2 periods, which really bothers me.
Oh yeah, wow. They're using 2 periods the whole time. If anyone knows
Save
the person
space.
who makes Better Twitch.
Tell them that I have
I
have a copy editing thing for them.
other stories that we didn't do.
Oh yeah.
David Cage.
David Cage.
Our good friend David Cage.
David Cage.
Maker or head of Quantic Dream, the maker of Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain, is being honored with the Legion of Honor, which is the highest medal, the highest honor that you can get in France. Oh, hey, people are back.
Hey.
Try reloading if you. We're seeing our chat repopulate.
So yeah, he's for apparently, which I hope is on the thing. It's like, but it's for the. It's it's one of these things where, it's given to military people for bravery and so forth, but then it's also given to civilians for, forwarding the.
He got French knighted, says
Yeah.
Bill the Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, David
It's
actually
basically
probably insane.
It's something like eminent.
It's Quantic Dream is a French developer, and they're one of the few French developers that stayed in France and haven't left France for Quebec, where they also speak French, but there's crazy tax breaks.
Yeah.
So
for eminent merit, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And so I like to think that that his thing is for apparently eminent merit.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's funny because you also have to be 20 years. I've done 20 years worth of service.
Wow.
Which he literally is 2013 was his 20th year of being
David Cage.
Well, being a person that that's when he
beyond two merits.
93 was when he did his first. He composed for video games, right? Yeah. So he's just barely squeaked over the line.
I kind of like that. There's a 20-year requirement. It means that they're not going to be handing out any of these French honors to some kind of charlatan who's only been doing good things for France for a couple of years.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's it's the same with a lot of sort of Hall of Fame things. Like Halls of Fame, you have to. There's a certain list, like the Magic Hall of Fame, for example. After he won GP Vancouver, Walk the Plains was talking to Alexander Hayne, being like, "What is your goal in Magic? Right? You won a Pro Tour, you've won 3 GPs. What is your actual overall long term goal?" And he was like, "I want to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, meaning I want to be selected to be in the Hall of Fame on the first year that I'm eligible."
Wow.
Meaning he's got to work his ass off.
Well, because the tribute to the Hall of Fame is you're good at magic, but also it's about community stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you either have to be astonishingly good at magic or really good at magic, but also well liked.
A lot of people in chat making jokes like tilt controller to accept award, hold L1 to accept award.
Yeah.
And then the one other story, real quick, was that the director of the Final Fantasy 13 series has said that
Toriyama.
Yeah, has said that Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13.
Wait, hold on. You read this pretty much straight, and I'll just give me pauses like after each sentence to react as the average person.
Okay.
Because this is what I thought that when we were
right.
still going to do this as a story, how we'd do it.
The director of Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Returns, has some comments on the character of Lightning.
Ugh.
He said that Lightning Returns is the last game in her story.
Yay!
But that she is a very popular character.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you delusional? She has the personality of a wet piece of cardboard. No!
And while this is the last game starring her,
Once again, may I say, yay!
she could appear in future Square titles
No! Don't ruin things!
As a guest star.
as a guest star.
Ugh.
So here's
To be fair about the wet cardboard thing, Cloud also has the personality of wet cardboard.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't.
And he's
force-
also extremely popular.
Yes.
And
no.
had a whole movie
No,
for
okay,
him.
hold on. Back it up. Okay, Cloud is boring. Cloud is your typical boring, personality-less antagonist, right? Or protagonist, sorry. Chrono has no personality. That's fine, because they didn't try to make me care about Cloud over 3 progressively worse games. No, actually, 2 was real good. Final Fantasy 13-2 was pretty good. 13-3 is awful, don't play it. Alright, they didn't try to make me care about Cloud. They, and he was backed up by a whole cast of really interesting, exciting people who were, yes, better characters than him, but that's how games were written back then.
I
right?
don't...
There's nobody good in Final Fantasy 13 except for Saz! Everybody is annoying!
I'm curious, though. It's entirely possible that she is really, really popular, but I haven't spoken to anyone who, even people who are big fans of Final Fantasy, they don't actually they don't like Lightning that much. She's kind of cool, but she's got no emotion, right? The way that her lines are read is just I walked into the room as I had done many times before. It was a bright room. It's not... It's very strange. I don't know. Obviously, Kathleen is not...
I have some opinions.
Obviously, Kathleen is not a fan of the game, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you dislike the character. Having said that, you also dislike the character.
Yeah, I just don't think she's interestingly written. And what really grinds my gears about that series is it's 500 years later. And okay, Lightning, I guess, has been asleep, so she's still boring and has nothing going on in her head, except for, I think even she's I don't feel any emotions, I feel nothing in that game. And it's that's why you don't react to anything and to give, a fucking, but, nobody else in that game has a personality. After 500 years, they're still I have some issues about that thing that happened fucking 500 years ago. It's oh my god, I hold grudges so badly, and it takes me 6 months to get over something. You've had 5 centuries.
We have 2 new subscribers.
Okay.
Zeke299, thank you for subscribing, and good to have you back. I saw you say you're back. Zeke had to unsubscribe, but he's back now.
Sweet.
And Branston567, thank you for subscribing. And if you add those together, it's Zeke Branston
860.
No, 868. No.
866.
866. Zeke Branston 866.
Anyhow, I can do math.
Zeke.
Zeke 299. Zeke is only $2.99. What a bargain, what a deal. Go buy a Zeke, he's a steal. What'll he do? Not that much. Kinda broken, also a jerk. But Zeke $2.99, how can you go wrong? I mean, he'll probably rob you and then beat you up and then leave you tied up in an alley, but aside from that, it's only $2.99.
I thought you were going to just end it at, it's a steal. But then you went on to insult the guy. That was good.
I feel that subscriber commercials are often quite derogatory, but in a loving way.
Branston 567.
Are you named after the pickle Branston, or is your name actually like Richard Branston? Oh, 229. Damn it. Zeke 229, even a better steal than the 299. 229 Zeke, even though he's cheaper, not nearly as homicidal. He won't beat you up, he won't drug you, he won't sell your organs on the black market. Zeke 229, he's a fine guy, and he's slightly cheaper. Yay! See?
Man,
Save that.
You gotta make sure you get the right one.
Yeah, don't buy that 299 Zeke, he is terrible. Let's see. I'm looking for anything from Branston. They've been stuck in a Polka hospital for about half an hour, by the way. Some Call Me Tim updates us.
Nice.
And probably the last subscriber shout-out we're going to have a chance to do, unless someone sneaks in under the wire, Captain McBiggins. Captain McBiggins, thank you for subscribing.
Oh my god, we have Titanfall. What are we gonna do? Call in the biggest Titan we've ever had. We glued like 18 of them together. They're not even structurally sound, but we're calling it Captain McBiggins. He'll just step on every other Titan. This is part of the beta test, I swear. Really, Captain McBiggins. He is the best Titan, the biggest Titan, the McBigginest Titan. Captain McBiggins, yeah.
Prepare for McBiggin fall.
I really think Captain McBiggins is just a really large, old, fat cat. Come on, Captain McBiggins. Captain McBiggins, come on. He used to be Corporal McBiggins. But
Yeah. You love it.
Amazing Hobo says, I know this is technically not the right stream, but can I congratulate y'all on the Let's Nope? That was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. I actually got two of my friends into watching your stream. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Excellent.
As much as I hated doing the Let's Know because I don't like being scared, everybody seemed to enjoy it so much. I would do another Let's Know.
You got a lot better partway through.
Yeah.
After you took a break and were less nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'll probably do is maybe we'll play something that's not like third person, maybe less like poof, would be better.
I think the boof is what people like, though.
I've never seen a man turn into a chicken before. I don't know, were you watching when Alex went full chicken?
Yeah. We were here.
Oh,
I think I've seen Alex do that before.
No, he was like, it was so scary that I was just like, and like hiding behind my Snoopy, and then Alex was just like, yeah, I think the synchro Alex Kathleen scares were pretty good. Like, just looking, two of us screaming. All right, but Branston 567 says he's named after the pickle, so perfect. Deep.
Yes, we've had a couple people tell us about the field of view thing, that apparently like
interesting.
field of view is related to the.
So is it the narrower your field of view, the sicker you get?
Or is it the other way around?
It's we have an extensive message that someone sent us on Twitch about it, actually. So.
And it's on the forums as well, actually.
Okay, because for some reason Minecraft doesn't make me that sick, but that was making me quite ill.
But it's a thing with like PC games versus console games, depending on what thing you're playing it on and stuff.
How far you are from the screen.
Yeah.
Well, I try to stay further back. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better if I was closer.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Then you have to be closer to the scary things.
I thought it was the bouncing.
Yeah.
That anyhow. I'm gonna do one more subscriber commercial. So deep in the Branston Pickle Laboratories, Professor X uncovers the most evil Branston pickle recipe ever, only known by its codename Branston 567. The ingredients in Branston 567: pure spoop, pure evil, and Branston pickle number 12, which is known for its delightful taste and a little bit of a molasses hint on the tongue. This Branston 567 was used during World War II to trick Nazis into putting hats on their heads. Damn it, I ran out of ideas. But Branston 567, known for its incredible mind-controlling powers, has been outlawed. But one man, one brave man, seeks to free it from its deep Branston Pickle prison and unleash it on the world. A madman that could only be stopped by the world's biggest titan, Captain McBiggins. Yes.
When you think about it,
Yes.
any pictures that you see of Nazis, they're almost always wearing hats.
Bomb.
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 And on that bombshell, it is time to end.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul and I will be back momentarily, about 10 minutes or so.
A long moment.
It's a long moment. About 10 minutes or so for GPLP, the Graham and Paul Let's Play. And we're gonna give Beyond Two Souls another crack. We're gonna give it a little bit more of the riffing it deserves, I think, and see how we go. So we'll be doing some more of newly minted David Cage.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not yet.
Oh, he's not.
No, it's in
okay.
March.
They bop him on the head with a sword or whatever.
Oh,
So we'll be doing
we just
that.
got one more subscriber.
Kellygo or Kellygo, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Kellygo, for subscribing.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come, Kelly wanna go home. Day. Me say Twitch, stream it over. Come back in 10 minutes for GPLP. Come, Mr. Telly. Come on, that was working. Why are you giving me that face? I thought that was going really well. I'm being sassed.
So we're going to take the stream offline to change things around, but don't go anywhere. We will be back in a number of minutes for Paul and I to play some GPLP, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining us on Checkpoint Plus, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Be right back.